7 Season 4. If you're trying to get rare sprites, level up your Sprite Master, farm Sprite Dust, and get better loot, there's one location you should be landing at every single match. Cluster Clove! And I'm not just talking about the location itself. Cluster Clove has an insane combination of cheat code spawns, a high tier vault, tons of sprites, easy leveling, and even an extraction point right next to the POI. So in this video, I'm going to show you exactly why Cluster Clove is one of the best places to farm sprites this season. How to get the most cheat codes, how to unlock the secret vault, and how you can use all that Sprite Dust to make your future matches even better. Let's get into it. The insane cheat code spawns. The first reason you want to land at Cluster Clove is the ridiculous number of cheat code spawn points. And this is extremely important because opening cheat codes is one of the best ways to get gold, cheat master, and rare sprite variants. Cluster Clove itself has around 67 cheat code spawn points. But here's where it gets crazy. There's another one nearby with around 27 additional spawn points. That means you have up to 85 potential cheat code locations within a very small area. Now obviously, you're not going to find a cheat code at every single location, my friend, in every match. But once you learn the route and know where to check, you can consistently walk around with around 15 to 20 cheat codes in a single match. And that's the real secret. You don't want to randomly run around looking for them. You want to learn a route. Start by checking the highest density areas around Cluster Clove, grab every cheat code you find, and keep moving. The faster you memorize this route, the more efficient your farming becomes. And because you're opening so many cheat codes in one match, you're giving yourself way more opportunities to find those rare sprite variants. But cheat codes aren't the only reason this location is so good. There's also a vault. And the loot inside is seriously worth getting. The higher tier vault. The second reason Cluster Clove is so good for sprite farming is this local vault. Inside this vault, you can find 2 epic chests. There's a lot of high quality loot in one small area, and because you're specifically trying to farm rare sprites, these chests give you even more opportunities to find valuable sprite variants. And there's a catch. You need to unlock the vault first. And to do that, you need to find the duck wearing sunglasses. Once you find the duck, you need to take it to the VIP section inside the building with the poster. And if you're struggling to find the duck, here's the route I use. First, check the outside location. Then move towards the swimming pool. And after that, check behind the main aquarium. Next, head towards the fish pond. Then check the door area past the pond, and finally check the large aquarium. Follow those locations and you'll have a much easier time finding the duck instead of wasting half the match searching randomly. Once you've got it, take it to the VIP area and unlock the vault. Now you've got access to a bunch of high tier chests, and that is where the farming really starts to stack up. Level your sprite fast. Here's one of my favorite things about Cluster Clove. You can actually use this POI to level up your sprite extremely quickly. Before you start looting, equip one sprite. Then just start clearing the chest around Cluster Clove. The amount of loot available here means you can level that sprite incredibly quickly. And you don't necessarily need to run around the entire map looking for additional opportunities. Once you've cleared the enemies around you, start looking for the extra sprites scattered around the area. Collect them, bring them together, and then dust them all at once. This is important because you're not just collecting sprites for the sake of collecting them, you're converting those extra sprites into Sprite Dust and Master XP. So you're essentially getting multiple benefits from one landing. Loot, sprites, Sprite Dust, Master XP, EXP, and better upgrades. And there is another huge advantage. Cluster Clove has an extraction point right next to the area. So once you finish farming everything, you don't have to make some massive rotation across the map. You can get out quickly. That makes this location extremely efficient for players who are trying to farm rather than simply play a normal battle royale match. But here's where the Sprite Dust becomes even more important. Number 4, turn your Sprite Dust into permanent advantages. After you've collected all that Sprite Dust, don't just let it sit there. Head back to the main lobby menu and go into extra loot. This is where you can use your Sprite Dust to unlock upgrades. And if you're trying to maximize your efficiency, you want to prioritize upgrades that give you a better chance of getting valuable loot in future matches. For example, Upgrades such as the flare gun or minigun can give you a serious advantage depending on what you're trying to build toward. The important thing is that you're not just farming for one match. You're farming to improve your account's future loot potential. So every time you land at Cluster Clove, you're potentially making your next match better. And that's why I think this location is much more valuable than simply landing somewhere because it has good chest loot. You're building a farming loop. Land, farm cheat codes, get sprites, earn dust, upgrade extra loot, repeat. And the more you do it, the more efficient the entire process becomes. But there's one more reason Cluster Clove is so good, and honestly, this one makes farming here much safer. Number 5, low risk eliminations. Cluster Clove is positioned toward the corner of the map, and that gives you a massive advantage. Normally when you land at a popular POI, you have to worry about other teams rotating into the area 5 minutes later. You win your first fight, loot your POI, and suddenly another team comes flying in from somewhere else. That can completely ruin your farming run. But because Cluster Clove is toward the edge of the map, you don't have to worry as much about random teams constantly rotating into your location. Most of the players you're going to encounter are the people who actually choose to land there. So your early game fights are much more predictable. And if you eliminate those players, you can potentially take the rare sprites they've already collected. So instead of spending your entire match searching for the rare sprites, you can sometimes get them from players who've already done the work for you. And once you've eliminated the competition, the rest of the POI becomes much easier to farm.